Hi, Bob. How's it going, mate? You well? How is it in Scotland? It's not bad, actually, mate. I'm off today, so what have I been doing? Took the dog for a walk, took the kids to the park. Poseidon, Goddess of the Sea, is finally back. Where have you been, Goddess of the Sea? Just hanging out with Bob. Yeah, no, it's good, thanks, mate. How's the weather up north? Is it good? I hope you're okay. Are you enjoying the football? Are you getting much from it? It's getting interesting now, isn't it? It's getting to sort of like the business end. I have to say, I watched my son's. It's me, Lafayette. Hello, Lafayette. How are you? Nice to see you back. Was I surprised to see Scotland go out? I was disappointed, but I probably wasn't surprised. Portugal's out of the cup. I know. My son, being probably like most 11-year-old boys, is a bit of a super fan of Ronaldo. I didn't realise Ronaldo was 41. I mean, he's kind of like, come on, mate, 41. The problem is, I imagine, it's just that it's very competitive, and he's lost to Spain. I know. I have to say, I'm not surprised. You forget that Spain are European champions. So I was trying to ask my son about it. Because obviously when Scotland play England, I support Scotland. If England, I've had to make an effort to be more interested in English football because my son's obsessed with it. I think they played well. I have to say, I'm glad I stayed up and watched the game. I thought England played well. I think they deserved that win. And if that's somebody who supports Scotland saying that, then that must be something. I think it'd be interesting. Morocco, France. I'd imagine France, but I don't know. Morocco, a good team, very good team. But I'd say France will win that 1-0. Norway, England. I fancy England to win that. Might be close. Might be like 2-1 or something, but I think they'll win. I think Argentina, Egypt could be interesting. Hello, Melody. That's very kind of you. What a lovely thing to say. Right, I'm going to play a song. Let's play a song, which would make sense in that I'm supposed to be Ukulele Dad. Haven't been back on the script. That's all right. Poseidon, Lafayette, God of the Sea. You don't need to apologise. It's lovely that you're here. Me and Bob are just discussing the formalities of Messi has been playing good. He has been playing good. The purists would say it's got to be a France-Argentina final, but I just find that boring. I'd love to see different setup. I have to say, because if England make the final, my son will be so happy, and I'll be pleased to see that. I'd like to see England, France maybe final would be interesting, or maybe England, Morocco. Who knows? Right. I'm going to play a little bit of Wonderwall since we're talking about football. Norway, you can't rule Norway out. They're a good side, and I think they've got probably one of the best centre forwards in the tournament. Right. Parody of Wonderwall. One day will be the last day when they have to help them tie their shoe. You won't have to search for book bags or remind them to flush the loo. And I don't believe that anybody's judging your parenting skills as much as you. Bittersweet when the parenting's complete and no one needs a lift to scouts. You'll only be brushing your own teeth and making yourself eat sprouts. And I don't believe that anybody's challenging your parenting skills as much as you. And just in case, like me, you need... Oh, that was an absolute mess. I think you were up at 3:41 last... Why were you up at 3:41 last night? And I'm so sorry that song was an absolute disaster from the beginning all the way through. I think I got preoccupied and probably a little bit disheartened that I went from 12 people in the live stream to 4. But it's lovely that the 4 people are here. You were up 3:41. Why were you up at 3:41 last night? You were up because of coffee? Because you drank too much coffee? I I have to limit the coffee I drink. I try not to. And he says that's coffee in there. I don't drink coffee beyond maybe 5 o'clock because then I just won't get any sleep, basically. But I live on coffee. I might try that song again. Because it's not a bad song. Well, I like it anyway. Let's give it another go. Simon Cowell, is that you? Nice one. Maths and physics practitioner. Do you know what? You're the only person ever who has said that, bar my wife. My wife has often said, there's a striking resemblance between you and Simon Cowell. I don't know how to take that. I don't know. You know, my wife always had bizarrely a bit of a thing for Simon Cowell. I suppose it's a good thing. I've had Simon Cowell. Who else have I had? Robbie Keane, Dean Saunders, and this was the most random one. Someone yesterday said, "Do you know you look like Robert De Niro?" And I'm like, I don't look anything like Robert De Niro. Right. This is a parody of Wonderwall, and it's about being a parent. And it's a message, it's a memo to myself to stop being grumpy and appreciate being a parent. One day will be the last day when you have to help them tie their shoe. You won't have to search for book bags or remind them to flush the loo. And I don't believe that anybody is judging your parenting skills as much as you. Bittersweet when the parenting's complete and no one needs a lift to scouts. You'll only be brushing your own teeth and making yourself eat sprouts. And I don't believe that anybody's judging your parenting skills as much as you. Just in case, like me, you need reminding. There's nothing more challenging than sharp minding. There are so many things that they will have learned from you, so please take a bow. And maybe it's gonna be the one that saved me. And now that they're tall, I just wish they were small. That was yet again another disaster. What is it with me playing this song? That was better than the other try. Thanks, mate. I don't know if it was. Are you a Manchester fan? I'm not a Manchester fan. I would say I am. Tell you what. So can you guess what team I support? Domestic team from the shirt. I'm going to give you a. Can you guess? You should be able to guess from that. There you go. That's. I live in. We're about 5 miles from the Amex. I support. Yeah, I support Villa, but I also support Brighton. I'm going to play a parody of Beyonce, If I Were a Boy. Hopefully this will be better than the last time, but who knows? It's about woke culture. Being James Bond in the world today would be a total flipping nightmare, not knowing what to do or what to say. Should the final scene be an exciting slugfest? Or should James give the villain a cuddle before calmly suggesting a citizen's arrest? That was a little bit better, but not much. Yeah, that made me laugh the other day. Was someone, I was at work and someone came up to me and goes, "You look quite a lot like Robert De Niro." I'm like, I really don't. Right, that's the coffee gone. Oh, you're a good singer and good at it. That's very kind of you, Bob. I appreciate it. I've forgotten how kind you are and good at sort of keeping me sort of up to speed when I'm clearly having an absolute live stream nightmare. But yeah, I've got I'm getting, it's getting closer and closer to like to monetization. It is growing. I think I'm about 150 hours off getting monetized, which is quite cool. I'm quite excited about that. Right. Some things in life are bad, they can really make you mad. Other things just are worth your second thought. When you lose to Paraguay, don't ask the question why. I'm not going to do that. That's a disaster. I need to practice that more. The one thing I've learned about live streaming is when it is a disaster, it doesn't matter and no one cares. That's the secret I would give anyone who's ever trying to do anything. Not just live streaming. Whether that's, I've written 4 books on Amazon. One is good. One is okay. One sells. The one is rubbish and has done very little, and the other 2 are okay. And I think that's a good maxim for life. That's basically like the majority of your stuff. That Germany match, yes. Maybe I will try and play that song again. I basically wrote a song about, it was about some things in life are bad, they can really make you sad, and other things aren't worth your second thought. When you lose to Paraguay, don't ask the question why. Accept it's probably for the best, and always try to follow this directive. When it comes to sport, I would suggest a bit of perspective. If life seems like a chore because of a football score, then my son, I think you've lost the plot. Don't be stubborn like a mule, at least you made it out the pool. Imagine what it's like to be a Scot. Should buy it. Should I buy it? Should you buy what? Sorry, mate. What is the? Oh, hang on. What is your favourite sport? Rugby, I'd say. Yeah, I played a lot of rugby. I played for Brighton Rugby Club. I played for Melbourne University. I had a year off. I worked in school in Australia. That was pretty cool. Rugby is my favourite sport. I like football, but I've only played sort of 5-a-side and the odd sort of charity game. I've had to learn to enjoy football since having sons. Basically, I've got a daughter and 2 sons, and my sons are football mad. Both playing teams, both obsessed. And actually, I've learned, even though it's completely out of my comfort zone, it's a good way to connect with our middle one, my eldest son, because he knows so much about football. It's like we watched the Spain-Portugal game last night. When I just at random be like, who does number 9 play for? And he'd go like, Bayern Munich. Who does number 7 play for? AC Milan. I'm like impressed. It's like he's got a bit of he's got a genuine skill there. The book. That's very kind of you, Bob. I would never say no to someone buying my book. That's very, very kind. But I don't want you to feel you have to do it. Basically, I've written 4 books. First Time Dad, the first one, which is this one. It's the one that actually does all right. It sells, and if I'm honest, it's the one I'm probably most proud of. But yeah, I tell you what, mate. If you were kind enough to buy it, and what the thing that's most helpful is people writing reviews. Trying to get people to write a review for your book is hard work. Do Blue Jeans by David Barr. I'd love to, but I can't. Who is winning the World Cup? Thank you, FR Cont, for that question. I don't know, actually. I think let's go through the quarterfinals. Morocco, France. I'm going to go with France. England, Mexico. I'm going to go with England. Sorry, not England, Mexico. England, Norway. I'm going to go with England. Spain, Belgium. I'm going to go with Spain. Argentina, Egypt, I think will be really interesting. I think that could be really interesting. I think England could end up playing Egypt in the semi-final and maybe France or Spain in the final. That's my prediction. And I don't know about the final. You ask my son, he'll probably give you all sorts of reasons why England... He's convinced himself England are going to win the World Cup. He's like, this is happening. He's even telling me, like, you know, who's going to score, when they're going to score. He's got it in his mind. So I'm a little bit nervous for him that it doesn't happen, because we'll have a week, if not a month, of sadness if England don't win. And he'll be very grumpy. But there we go. Here comes Sun by the Beatles. Maggie Myers, I apologise I can't play that, but I will play, hopefully I'll play this instead. This might be, this is a parody of Redemption Song by Bob Marley, and it's about parenting. The life of a modern parent can be a bit like herding cats, managing his misses and masters like parental proletariats. They'll wait till I'm sat with a coffee or live streaming songs to some. Their request is non-negotiable. Dad, can you wipe my bum? Yeah, it's very difficult to... Thank you, Maggie. That was for you. I'm going to do another one. Hello, Kleck. How are you? Please do blue. I can't do Blue Jean by, but if I could do it, that's very kind of you, Bob. And I would, if you do that, then please make sure that you tell me like when your birthday is, and if I can sing happy birthday, or if there's someone you'd like me to sing happy birthday for in a video message, and then I'll feel slightly like I've done something nice for you. Anyway, this is Parody. No cry again. I have to go for my shower. I need to stay clean. I'll be back at 5. That's the time in Scotland. Bob, it's always nice to see you, mate. You take care of yourself, and thank you for your positivity. If you have a toddler, there will be your word. They will say more than any other. This deadly syllable is top of their list. When they want to watch you suffer, they like to say no. They like to say no. Can you put your shoes on or wipe your own bum? They like to say no. Do you, Maggie? Awesome. What? 2 questions. What type of ukulele do you play, and where are you in the world? I think this is a concert. I think really should know what my ukulele is. But yeah, I love it. It's a game changer. Without giving my life story, I've struggled with my mental health for years with depression and intrusive thoughts, and I've found of all the things that help my intrusive thoughts, this is my list. This is my top 5 list, or maybe top however many. Cold showers, that's a game changer. If I wake up anxious, having a cold shower can properly mental resets. Jiu-jitsu, I find that really helpful, not just for sort of a health basis and self-defense, but it's a real thinking sport that helps me stop worrying about fictitious road traffic accidents. I live by the sea, so cold water swimming really helpful. That's number 3. 4, I write. I've started with journaling, and now I've written a few books. Writing ridiculous parody ukulele songs and singing ukulele has really helped. You play a Malacca, and I'm in Maryland, in America. Where is Maryland? What state is Maryland in? While you write that, I'm gonna do this parody of "Beat It" by Michael Jackson. Yesterday you said your favorite was cheese. I even checked today and you said thank you please. We've used up all the bread and there's nothing in the freeze, so eat it, just eat it. You turned up your nose up because the cheese was sliced thick. A takeaway on a Tuesday, are you taking the mick? There's tears in my eyes and I'm losing patience quick, so eat it. No, the bread's not gone bad, just eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. This conversation's heated. You know it looks tasty, so just take a bite. Why is every meal done such a dogfight? Just eat it, just eat it, just eat it, just eat it. That is, I probably should have given that some context. That's basically all my parody songs are either about parenting, marriage, or mental health. Those are three subjects that I write about. Maryland is in the States. So is Maryland a state? Like Georgia or New Jersey, or just on the East Coast? I find it fascinating. I spent 6 months working in a golf resort in Brainerd, Minnesota. And I loved it. I had such an awesome time. I got on. I liked Americans. Americans were cool and friendly. And basically, where this golf resort we went in, it was part of my university placement, and it was basically like the film Dirty Dancing, like when they're all living in those like huts in the forest. It was awesome. And I drank too much beer and had an awesome time, and it was very, very good fun. And I made some good American friends who actually, in fairness, that was probably about 98, 2008, 2018, nearly 30 years ago. And my one regret is I didn't stay in touch with them, because that would have been nice. So Maryland is the state. It's on the East Coast. Okay, so what state is above and what state is below? Just to give me some perspective. Because when I went to America, we went from London Heathrow, flew all the way to Chicago, which is on the East Coast, I think. And then we got a flight from Chicago over to San Diego, which is, the thing that's mad is that the journey from across the Atlantic is like 3,000 miles. And the journey across America is like 3,000 miles. America is massive. People don't realize this. But anyway, I'm going to play a song about not being very good at jiu-jitsu. This didn't happen. It's a fictitious story, but it's a parody of the Johnny Cash Hurt. Although I don't think it was Johnny Cash that wrote it originally. My ass got kicked today when I went to jiu-jitsu. I had a roll with an OAP. I think her name was Sue. She poked me in the eye. I called her a cheating witch. She went and told the coach. She's obviously a bit of a snitch. I'm a grumpy dad, getting kicked in the arse, and all the skills I'm shown seem to leave my brain at the end of each class. And you can have my medal, I won't cause a racket. I achieved third place in a 3-man bracket. Directly up is Pennsylvania and directly is Virginia. Okay, that's interesting. A job I did years and years ago, I did some editing, and I once edited for an NFL analyst. I found that really interesting because just listening to them, editing podcasts, I learned a lot, not only about, not a lot, about NFL, which is an interesting thing. That means, sorry if you've just suddenly lost a signal. I'm basically, to give you a bit of context, I'm in a garden shed at the bottom of my garden on the south coast of the UK and Britain. I haven't got Wi-Fi in the shed. I've got Wi-Fi in the house. And so that every time my child closes a door or window, it probably stops the internet. You may not have needed to know that, but I just thought I'd let you know. This is for Maggie Myers, and hopefully she'll appreciate. Hopefully I won't absolutely ruin it. One of her countrymen, an absolute classic. Almost heaven, West Virginia, in Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, and blowing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home on a country road. All my memories gather round her, mindless lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine and teardrops in my eye. Country road, take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home on a country road. Virginia is a beautiful state. Yeah, the thing with going to America is so big, and there's so many different places to. I think you can spend your entire life just going around it. When I was in Minnesota, was interesting because, like, when we got there in April, it was like, I don't know, just feet of snow everywhere. It was like we'd left Britain in like the spring, and we flew into Minnesota. And it was like the depths of winter, or they were coming out of winter. That was interesting. And then in the summer in Minnesota, it was really, really hot, and we went wakeboarding the whole time. It was brilliant. I liked America. I had a really fun summer there. And actually, I don't know if you've been watching much of the World Cup or you've been aware of the World Cup, but I think what's nice is that I've seen, certainly in Boston, the Scots seem to be so welcomed by Americans and got on really well with Americans. And I think that's really nice, because I think that's sometimes not the narrative that the media would like to let us know. I think it's nice that actually people come together and get on. It's awesome. Right. I'm stop talking rubbish now. This is a parody of Blink 182, All the Small Things, about toddlers who don't sleep. Toddlers who don't sleep is enough to make you weep. No more, I said, 'cause you will wet the bed always. I know I'll never get to watch my TV show. They will keep you waiting. It's incredibly frustrating. No, it's a milk embargo. Yes, that includes all drinks. The milky milk. The milky milk. The milky milk. No, you can't have any more milk. One of my favorite, actually, probably my favorite content creator on YouTube or Instagram. I'm a big fan of Blink 182. I think her name is Big Marla or Big Merla or something. She is my absolute inspiration. She's a mum, American mum, who does parody songs on I think guitar, actually, electric guitar, about parenting and about being a mum, and she's brilliant. And my dream one day is that I might get to actually like do a collab with her. That would be awesome, because she's what I'm aspiring to be like. She's like, not only can she like really play her instruments much better than I can, but she just seems like a nice lady. Right, this is a parody of Beatles' Let It Be, and it's about childcare. You can see a theme basically. I've just survived 3 whole hours of childcare, catering to their every need. One word was said constantly, Daddy. When various fluids had finally been mopped up, and number 2 from number 3. Netflix and Disney, can you save me? Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. I hope my wife's bus isn't late again. Rescue me. All my songs are about a minute long. Probably I'm too lazy to write a second verse, basically. But yeah, but thank you for being here, Maggie. You're one of 2 people who are here, and I appreciate it. And thank you to the other person. Right, I'm going to keep playing. I'm probably going to do about 40 minutes today, I think, because it's. But I'm going to keep playing. If anyone's got any questions about Britain, about don't know, whatever, I'm happy to answer. Any questions you think a 50-year-old father of 3 might be qualified to answer. This is a parody of Unbeliever by the Monkees, and it's a life hack. I've always been a massive fan of lists. Getting things done gives you dopamine. The world's out to get you, kick it in the bum by ticking off a list of things that you've already done. You wanna get things done? Be a list writer, a shot of dopamine. When you see that it's done, I write lists. I'm a list writer because I'm writing lists if I tried. Sorry about the massive mistake halfway through that song. Right. Yeah. I think, Maggie, it might just be you and me, which is fine. Absolutely fine. You and me, I'm playing songs in my shed. You're telling me about, I'm learning a bit of American geography. What could be better than that? Right. This is a parody of Circle of Life, and it's about generations. And I'm generation, because I was born in 1976, I'm Generation X, which meant I was brought up by boomers. My kids are Generation Alpha, I think. Right. If you were born pre-1980, then my friend, you're a Gen X. Did your mom have a perm? Did your dad drive a Capri? Did you really love your BMX? Boomers are concerned for their pension, but most of them own where they live. But like Gen Y and Z, I'm pretty sure they'll agree, there's a cohort that they're glad not to be, who are in the U-bend of life, where it's an uphill struggle, defending your lifestyle choices while you search for your kids' shoes, hoping that one day you will finally get flushed out of the U-bend of life. Hi, how you're doing? Groove you're singing. That's for a bit of every. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Hello, Tin Vutam. Apologize if I pronounced that wrong. I almost certainly did. I like that song. It makes me laugh because basically, apparently, I watched. Maybe like a 30-second short on YouTube. But apparently, the economists say, people say, because there's always like, who has the toughest situation at the moment? Are the boomers struggling the most in society? Are millennials? Are Gen X? Alphas? Who is it? And apparently, they say that the toughest time of your life is when you are in between 40s and 50s, because you may still have young children, but you may also now be starting to look after elderly parents. Money might be as tight as it's ever going to be, and that's for that. 40 to 50s is Gen X. So basically, but I'd be honest with you, I think everyone has it tough at the moment. I think I wouldn't want to be in my kids' teenagery age. That looks like a tough gig. I'm sure my mum has her worries. It's no one gets off without some stress. Right. I remember you from a while back. Hope you're well. And you did you ever look Steven Universe? I didn't, Daniel. Who's that? Is that a person? Is that a contractor? A content creator? If not, let me know. I'm always on the lookout for new content. Right. I'm going to parody of Imagine by John Lennon, and it's a bit of a a bit of a sort of a big raspberry up to the elite superpower wealthy people. I'm down to my last billion. These days that's not a lot. I might have to sack my butler's butler or sell his yacht. I'm down to my last billion. Can a doctor or nurse lend me a quid? That song needs at least 2 or 3 more verses. Hang on. It's a cartoon mix, music-based, touch on a lot of feelings, anxiety, depression, that sounds interesting. Hello, Nimbu. You're always welcome. Stephen plays the ukulele. Well, I would absolutely love. Yeah, I'm going to have to write that down. Right, Steven Universe. I'm totally going to check that out. Thank you, Daniel. That sounds like a generally interesting and someone who might really be interesting and relevant and like-minded. Right, this is a parody of Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. And it's 2 verses. One about me realizing I was getting quite fat during lockdown, and then what I did about it. When it began, when I noticed a build-up of back fat, and my underpants were feeling snug. What can be done? You can't visit a gym during lockdown to shred your chest or tone your bum. Hands, put down that third bit of cake, grab yourself a banana, smash out some body squats. Do a body squat while you're waiting for some toast to pop. How many should I do? It's up to you when you start and stop. When it began, 2 weeks after my 40th birthday, it was this or learn guitar. I survived my trial class. I split my first 2 pairs of gi pants. Going commando is frowned upon. Hands, choking hands, reaching out, choking me while I'm trying to choke you. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, apparently they call it the gentle art. Sometimes when I shrimp, the sudden movement makes me fart. It's true. Nimbu, to answer your question, he did watch, actually. It was actually thanks to my wife, because I was sound asleep because it was supposed to be 1 o'clock, and then I think they had to pause it because they were having like electrical storms in Mexico. So actually it was 2 o'clock. So, but no, me, my wife, and my son all watched it. They got very overexcited because my son and my wife are 2 massive England fans. I was interested, less excited as they were, as I'm a Scotland fan. But I'll be honest with you, I quite like this England team. They're much more likable than England teams of the past. I remember growing up, and England are like my second team. If England aren't playing Scotland, then I'll support England. If they play, I quite like. I don't get this whole kind of mass anti-English feeling that you often get. The Irish can feel it, the Scots can feel it, the Welsh feel it, and I'm no guess. I'm sure other countries, Australia, South Africa, but I quite like it. This England team is different. They are likable, and I actually really hope they do well, because I think there's some really positive role models in that team. Anyway, 40 minutes. I'm going to do probably a couple more songs, and then I'm going to go and do some parenting. But this has been a really nice live stream. Thank you, Daniel, for being here. Thank you, Nimbu. Thank you, Maggie, for being here. Thank you, a bit of Every, for being here. I don't like the idea. Thank you, Tin Vutam. Who else may be still here? Bob, I think, is gone, but thank you, Bob, for being here. If I left you out, it's not for being mean. It's because I don't know, because I'm not very good at reading. Right, I'm going to finish this one. This is a parody of Vance Joy's Riptide, and it's about when my kids just are desperately trying not to go to sleep when I'm trying to put them to bed. Why won't my kids just go to sleep? Suddenly scared of cupboard doors, and they're asking lots of questions like who invented the colour green? Are we living in a simulation or part of someone's dream? Ooh, you've had all day to search for a Spider-Man onesie. I'm so tired, these questions are turning me boss-eyed. Stress is making me tongue-tied. I need to be put down for a nap. Yes, I love you and your funny made-up song, but I've got a lump in my throat, 'cause putting you to bed always takes so effing long. I don't know if Spider-Man owns a bike. No, I've never lived in France, Beijing, Spain or New York City. Let's discuss this tomorrow over breakfast eating porridge. I need to do some work to meet your incessant need for knowledge. Ooh, you've had all day to search for a flipping book bag. I'm so tired, these questions are turning me boss-eyed. Stress is making me tongue-tied. I need to be put down for a nap. Yes, I love you and your funny made-up song, but I've got a lump in my throat, 'cause putting you to bed always takes so effing long. It's true. Hello, Nimbu. Has your knowledge of football gone on? It has massively. Yeah, I think just by spending time hanging out with my son, which actually is really nice, because that's when he's at his best. When we're talking on his special subject is basically football, and I think he's heartily amused. He's like, "How do you not know that?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know that." He goes, "How do you not know who that player is?" I'm like, "I don't. I like football, but I'm not as bothered about football as you are." I'm like, if I started critiquing you on famous rugby players, you'd probably struggle. But yeah, so no, I have enjoyed it. I just hope now that, for my son's sake, that England do it. I kind of feel like they've certainly shown enough in this tournament to, like, not only have they looked better than other England teams in the past, but they're actually an England team you like. And I support Scotland, so. If I say that, then that may be saying something. Right, why can't I find this song? Because I know which one you're talking about. You're talking about the really ridiculous one. Where is the song that is very silly? 7 people here. I'm going to lose them looking for a letter or a fun fact for the... God, what's your fun fact then? Hello, Kaysen. Hope you're well. A fact. A teaspoon of neutron star material would weigh around 1 billion tons on Earth. That's fascinating. Kaysen, I am from Saltdean, which is about 5 miles east of Brighton, but I work in Brighton. I work on Brighton seafront. What about you, my old son? Where do you live? Do you know what, Nimbu? I can't find it. I'm going to have to we'll get there. I'll do a little bit longer and I'll either find it or I won't find it. It's not that good, the horse song. I think it's only you who finds it amusing. Hang on. Hot water can sometimes freeze faster than cold water under certain circumstances, known as them. Isn't that because hot water has less oxygen in it because you boiled it? I'm sure that was the case. UK, where in the UK? And are you enjoying the football if you're watching it? Right, I'm going to play this song, Can You Feel the Love Tonight by the Lion King. Nimbu is dropping some science. Right, this is often the scene if you're a parent and you walk through the door having been at work and your partner's been Danielle, come on Egypt. I'd like England, Egypt to win. That'd be brilliant. It looks like she surrendered. No, I'm not going to play that because I've stupidly messed up the. Let's. Right, this is a bit of Oasis about Big Dad. I'm free to eat whatever I want once the packed lunches are done, and as long as I don't mind eating rubbish crisps. I'm free for 7 minutes a day. Once the kids are asleep, I'm gonna go to sleep myself. I'm free to bike home after work, as long as I don't get a text saying please get milk. I think that's Egypt. Egypt are winning. That's awesome. Coventry in the UK. I grew up near Coventry in the UK. I grew up near Leamington Spa. My mum lives in Wellesbourne, which is near Leamington Spa. There is no dark side of the moon. Every part of it receives sunlight. One side is simply the far side. I like that, Nimbu. Thank you for that. Nimbu gives us awesome facts, and I generally appreciate it because for those, nothing worse than doing a live stream than just having. It's quite an effort anyway, trying to sort of carry a live stream. But when you have to carry a live stream and no one's talking to you, it's depressing. Right, I'm gonna do this Eye of the Tiger song. It's a parody of Eye of the Tiger by Survivor from the Rocky films. Being a brand new parent, getting up in the middle of the night to find out why my baby's crying. My wife will probably have to rescue me, but hopefully I'll get some brownie points for trying. So many times it was above a win, or you had a stinky nappy. I'm your dad, you're my reason to be, but this lack of sleep makes it dangerous to drive. I'm a forklift driver awake in the middle of the night, getting up with like Billy Idol. This lack of sleep is probably against my human rights, and I might not be able to be a good forklift driver. Can you sing "Oh God is a big, great big ball"? I don't know the I know the tune. I don't know the chord. I don't know the lyrics. But I used to sing that at school, and it's a nice song actually. Right, I'm going to do this on the subject of school. I am going to sing Robbie Williams. Let me entertain you, but it's let me educate you because it's about me trying to do homeschooling with my kids during lockdown. Mama's gone and Daddy's here. It's 9 too early to have a beer. Homeschooling gives me the fear. I'll scream. When it comes to kids, we have 3 2p standing up a bed like me with some possible signs of OCD. Oh dear, let me educate you. Let me educate you. Life's too short for Biff and Chip. Don't do that, you'll make it rip. Mum and Dad went to the tip. Who cares? Don't forget your finger space. 1 letter a page is such a waste. Worms don't belong in a pencil case. I care. My mind is burned with high frequency words, but you're the generation who has to be heard. We tried duck duck goose, but school's your dad. Stop saying my breath smells because it makes me sad. Let me educate you. Let me educate you. Na na na. Nimbu, the gibbon is the only ape that is not classified as a grey ape. It's in a separate group called the lesser apes. Poor old gibbons. That seems a bit tough on the gibbons. Do you watch the football, Kaysen? I do. I watched it. I'm enjoying it. I'm getting a lot out of it, actually. I'm not a massive... hang on. Nimbu's smashing out the facts here. To answer your question, I'm enjoying the football. I get to watch it. My son, he's educating me about the football because my football knowledge is limited. A single bolt of lightning. Here we go. Single bolt of lightning can heat the surroundings air to about 30,000 degrees. That's roughly 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. That's interesting. Egypt are beating Argentina. That's awesome. I might have to go and watch this game. I know I never really do longer than 45 minutes. So there will be a chance of messing now. We'll all be knocked out in the round of 16. That will be, well, do you know what? There's a new generation of footballers and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's a good thing. I'm going to finish with this song, which I usually finish with anyway. This is a parody that proclaims 500 miles, and thank you for being in my live stream. I appreciate it. When you're a parent, well, you know there's gonna be an endless list of jobs to do. Try washing with soap or bleach or lava, but your hands will often smell of someone's poo. And when I've done 500 jobs, they just give me 500 more. I wanna be a dad who gets to sleep in my bed, someone else's floor. I'm exhausted, but apparently not as tired as my wife. I'm exhausted, but I wouldn't change a thing about my life. Last fact from Nimbu. A giraffe's tongue can be about 45 to 50 centimeters, 18 to 20 inches long, and is dark color to help protect from sunburn. Interesting. Fun fact, if the Earth stops rotating, we're flying in the air about 5,000 miles per hour. Thank you. I tell you what, and I'm not saying this sarcastic, I generally mean it. Thank you to Nimbu and to Kason for chucking in the odd facts. And because it really helps as a talking point and to make my live streams more interesting. So thank you for that. Thank you both for being in the live stream. I really appreciate it. What was your favorite fact today? I like the one about the lightning. That was interesting. But I generally appreciate your help. It makes a massive difference to what I'm trying to do. Hope you're both okay. Hope you have an awesome rest of the week. And I'll be doing a live stream on Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.